Probably smells like tree. Because that's what I
No, it smells like lotion.
Oh, I mean...
This is what we do. Missy's right where the microphone's supposed to go.
I think it is going to stay.
Missy.
You got all his hair coming off her.
Missy. Guys, can you believe that this is episode 120? The big one? That's how many we've done, that where Michael's been no help. It's whatever.
I've been in 3 or 4 of them, I think.
Maybe 5.
Yes,
maybe 5. Could be. We've had a lot. Now, the last time I looked it up, last time you guys were on was November of last year. So it's been over a year since you two have been on.
I wonder what that one was about.
It's been a while.
I think I watched it. I watched it on my drive to Penn State, and I'm pretty sure it was. We were doing like the guess the transgender flags and.
Wow, was that really
Fortnite GeoGuessr?
Fortnite GeoGuessr, that's right. But it's gonna be very distracting having Kitty here.
She's just blocking the camera.
Yeah. So lots have changed. I think the biggest news is now that you two are living together. How's that one going?
I'm already done with it.
It stinks. I hate having them.
Well, it might officially move. What would it be, like 3 months now? Could it be?
Yeah.
Move in?
Came in April. April 1st he moved in.
Wow, really? April
Yeah.
1st. So April, May, June, July.
Well, maybe not.
That doesn't sound right.
Does not sound right.
Because that would be
I
so.
moved in April.
That
I
would
moved
be
in September.
That'd be so bad.
September 1st he moved in.
That'd be so bad if he moved in April and he just got his bed.
Didn't you do your birthday in Miami or no?
I did not spend my birthday.
So October 1st he moved in.
No.
October.
Yeah.
What's it like having 3 people in a 2-bedroom apartment?
Stinks. Especially with him.
I mean, I don't really do much.
He's
I
loud.
guess I should say 4
Shares
people.
a bathroom.
I don't take that much space, but yeah, I do take up a bit of the bathroom.
Well, I've seen
space.
your setup. In the
Yeah,
sense
and
of,
that setup doesn't take up too much space.
Yeah.
It's not like we're doing anything on that side of the setup.
Nothing in the kitchen of Mike's is a nuisance at all. But sharing a bathroom sucks because you got to climb over me.
When I saw a picture, I totally forgot. Like, you actually have quite a bit of kitchen
Whoa,
space.
lady.
Missy, you're just right in the center. She's just right in the center
She's
of
a
the
star.
kitchen.
She's cleaning. She's showering.
I'm gonna edit this. It's just gonna be Missy's head the whole time.
Give her some privacy.
Let's see how long she...
Wait, we can cut this. We can cut this.
So
So tell me about the travels, because right, we went. Mike, you've been here for a while. First Penn State game, which one? You know me with sports. So which was the one that you both went to at Penn State?
We went to the Big Ten championship game.
yeah, that was in
It wasn't at
Indianapolis.
Penn State. It was in Indianapolis. We
Oh,
Just stopped there for.
Oh, yeah, and you never went back to Penn State.
We went to Penn State just to break up the drive.
Gotcha.
Went
Okay.
out
For
for a
some
night
reason, I
there.
thought. Oh well, Missy Buns is in Dad's place.
Hold
God,
on, buddy.
Missy, you are destroying this podcast.
I don't want you going in there. I'm sorry. There you go.
She's like, the fuck?
Bitch.
How the fuck can you do that?
Figure it out, bitch.
Mike went to Penn State in November for Whiteout.
The whiteout game. And then I went.
Who'd they play?
Washington.
What was the score?
Yeah, it was like a blowout.
Blowout.
In the second quarter, who made the third play on the foot?
They won easily, which is good because Penn State needed that win.
I don't understand the standings. I looked up beforehand, like how it works. Couldn't understand it.
It's kinda
because like strength of schedule
here
plays
we
a
go.
huge factor, right?
Watch out with that cord, though.
It's kind of stupid.
Nope.
And I think it's something they're gonna fix next year.
So the top 12 teams were supposed to be in the new playoff bracket this year,
Right.
but they said that the 4 highest rated conference champions will get a bye. And because there's 4 main conferences in football. The Big 10, which is like Penn State and them. The SEC, which is like the Alabamas.
Okay.
The Big 12, which is like Colorado, those like Western schools, Arizona State. And then the ACC, which is like Miami, SMU, Pittsburgh is in the end. So a whole screwed up conference. The 2 conferences that matter are the SEC and the Big 10. The reason that those matter is because they're the most competitive, for one. And 2, they're all like grouped together. Like all these other conferences are so spread out that it's like, okay, clearly these things were like thrown together as an afterthought in the past.
So like when it comes to bowls, like you have like the Hawaii Bowl, which is like the important one.
So there's 6 New Year's 6 bowls. Think we can name them all?
Absolutely not. I mean, I was just gonna say how it used to be only 4 teams make the playoffs, so now it's 12. And so last year there's really only like 2 bowl games, and then the championship that mattered.
2 relevant bowl games.
Oh, so there is a championship,
Yeah.
not just a bowl.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I always thought that the championship was one of the
doesn't
bowls.
have a,
Doesn't have a name, it's just national championship game.
Oh, okay, and that's the big one. That's like
Yeah, that's the big one. And
Championship.
that one was interesting in the past because it was I would say it was less interesting in the past because it was the winner of number 1 in the country versus number 4 in the country, and number 2 in the country versus number 3 in the country.
Gotcha.
So whoever won those 2 games went to the championship game, which is either Jerry World in Dallas or it's Mercedes-Benz Stadium in
Jerry's
Atlanta.
World. I've never heard of Jerry's
Da-
The
World.
Dallas Cowboy Stadium. They
Oh,
call it
okay.
Jerry's World
It's
because
a-
Jerry Jones like
Yeah, AT&T
made it
Arena.
shitty.
Oh,
He's like
Jerry
egotistical
Jones
as
spent
fuck.
a ton of money for it, but which we later found out through work was that he actually didn't put the money up for it.
right.
It was actually Goodell. Now, a lot of people don't know. Probably nobody knows that really.
Yeah, everyone just puts
Everyone
out-
thinks it's Jerry who paid for it. 'Cause he
true.
publicly
Oh.
says he paid for it, but
Yeah.
he didn't have the cash at the time, had to finance it through.
Oh,
Roger
really?
Goodell is the commissioner of the NFL, which is interesting. But now, since it's 12 team, what they did was, so what I was saying about those buys is, so there's those 4 Power 4 conferences.
Right.
Winner of those would get a bye. They said they're also going to throw in the winner of the like lower tier conferences. Like, you remember you were watching Toledo, like that. They're
Yeah.
in the MAC, which is the Middle America Conference, I believe. And there's maybe I have no idea how many of those conferences exist.
So they just keep adding conferences. It feels like
Yeah,
they take
but,
like
but
8.
they're not
10.
they're not like the big 4. They're just
Right.
like random conferences for those schools that you've never heard of but are D1. So they took the winner of that one and they were going to put them at the 12 seed, and the champion of all those shit conferences would be the 12 seed, so they'd make the playoffs.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
that was Boise State was who was projected to win that, and they wound up winning that. But
Gotcha.
what wound up happening was Boise State did so well in that shit conference that those 2 lesser Power 4 conferences, the Big 12 and the ACC, their records were worse than theirs, so they actually got the bye.
Gotcha.
The Boise State no-name conference, which I think they're like the Midwest. I don't even know what their conference is. I think they're the 3 spot.
So I guess the bigger question here is like, how do you fix that? Like, what's your plan
I
on
just
fixing
hope
it?
next year it's just the top 4 teams get the buys.
Yeah, that would
I
be.
think that's all it should be.
What would be okay is that the conference champions get a bid, like they're allowed to be in the playoffs, but they shouldn't get a bye. Like just
Yeah.
because you won your conference doesn't mean you're the top 4 team in the country.
Right.
Which
Because
we-
strength of schedule and
Also-
Strength of schedule's a big one.
Also, I think being able to pick should be pretty big because Penn State lost to Oregon in the Big Ten championship, and they got put like what's Penn State like 4? They're 4. or
Penn
5?
State's ranked
Or
4th
five,
in the
five. No,
country,
they're
but
5.
they got the 6th seed.
Oh, so they're 6 seeds, and they're down here. Oregon, who they lost to, is up here, like in the top bracket. And the top bracket is so much more difficult than the
Yeah.
bottom bracket. So Penn
So
State's basically blessed
because
we lost to Oregon.
Because Arizona State and Boise
Oh.
State, who are not as strong teams as the guys in the top 4, like their actual ranks are like 9 and either 11 or 10. So they're not even in the top 4, but they get that bye, so it makes it look like
Yeah,
in the top
I can
4.
see why
So
it's
the bracket's
a little
all
convoluted.
the one side of the bracket is like
Are-
would be like I'm trying to think of a good reference here, but it'd be like the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bills. I mean, Niners stink this year. Who else? Detroit, all on one side, and then you have the Giants, the Jets, the Panthers on the bottom, and Penn State kind of got the luck of the draw where we have the easiest path to get up. So they're gonna fix it, but the fact that it's like that means we have to capitalize on it being so
Right,
easy.
right.
So
Are all college sports like that, or is it really just football?
what do you mean?
No.
College basketball has
madness.
yeah, they have like
College basketball is fucking sick because it's
Yeah.
64 teams.
Right, and that's pretty much perfect in the sense of that's like why isn't football like that? That's what I don't understand.
there's just only so many like basketball you could go play tomorrow.
Yeah,
you know?
basketball,
football
you-
you gotta prep.
but-
Guys are gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
They
Nah,
need a
good
week
point.
off.
Basketball, I mean, March Madness is literally like every other day.
Yeah, you're playing.
You're playing.
Are we doing another bracket, Mike? are we,
I mean,
are we
yeah,
bracketing for
I
March
do it every
Madness?
year.
Yeah, I guess we should for down
I
south.
used to be in like high school, and everyone would be watching them on our Chromebooks, and even the teacher would know it and just like let us watch
yeah,
it.
check your brackets.
Sometimes if it was a cool teacher, they'd put it on the big board, the games.
Yeah.
And because it's free too on the app to like live stream.
Yeah.
Like you
Oh.
don't gotta stream East
Yeah,
it.
that's really cool that they do that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they do that, but all the other ones don't.
Yeah, and
I don't know how
must
they make
have
money
some-
off that.
They must have some deal with either
CBS.
CBS that lets them do it.
Now, I guess here's a big question that you guys would know: how does the NIL screw this or make it better?
NIL does both. It screws it and it makes it better. It screws it for teams that were good.
Oh, I guess we should. Okay, so the NIL, I forget what it stands for the viewers that don't
Name,
know.
image, and likeness.
Name, image, like basically, in layman's terms, college athletes are getting paid a lot of money now.
Yeah.
So give me the pros and cons.
Pros. I mean, the pro of it is now you'll have a really, really good player go to a not so good school because they'll pay him. Con would be for a school like maybe Penn State, who doesn't have that much money to put up. It's hard to compete. So Ohio State spent $20 million on their team. Penn State is estimated at about $8 million. We don't know the actual number. So obviously you spend $20 million on a team, which is the highest at anybody.
Right.
You spend $20 million on a team, you're gonna have a freaking kick-ass team.
So
there's
eventually
no
they're gonna have market caps eventually. You have to. Right? Maybe not this first year, but
we'd like them to do that. But for a school like Alabama, who will have a freaking 5-star in their 3rd string and 4th string lineups, that's gone now.
Yeah.
Because who wants to sit for 2 years at Bama when you can go play at Nebraska and get paid to do it?
Right.
So that's why this SEC this year was like that. There is no one team in college football this year where you're like, they're winning it all. For sure, 100% they're winning it all. Usually in the past, you'd be like, all right, Georgia is probably not going to lose a game. They're going to win it all. Alabama's probably going to win it all. But they don't have the depth on their rosters anymore because these young guys are like, well, screw that. I'm not going to go sit behind somebody at Alabama for 2 years, play 1 year, go to the NFL. I can just go to, any other small school, get paid, and then go to the NFL.
right.
So, like, the idea of winning isn't as important now because they're getting paid. They'd rather get paid than win,
Now,
which is a downside and a plus side in some ways.
in college, all sports fall under like the sports program, right? Which is one program that covers all the sports. Do you think it's going to be capped per sport, or do you think it'll be capped by school? So,
I
like
read
for
an
instance,
article.
for instance, like you have, let's say you take $10 million from basketball and pour it towards your football team, but that means $10 million less on the basketball team.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what the article Ned sent me said. There's going to be one amount of money, and it's divided up amongst all of your school's sports, athletics, women's
God.
and men's.
Oh, God.
And it's like,
Women are going to get nothing.
well, that's the question. Are they going to make them all get the same amount, or are they going to let you pick and choose? And
Right.
I didn't really read the article. I just kind of had Ned summarize it for the most part because it was a long one.
I feel like you're going to have a couple years right now of like kind of trying to solve the problems that just are kind of inevitable.
I mean, even for the championship, like college playoffs they were talking about, I feel like there's more shit that they have to just sit down and think about would be smart.
Yeah, because just to throw crazy amounts of alumni money probably and endowments.
Not involved.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. But then where do they get the money from? Just from their sponsors and stuff?
Look it up. It's called a school's collective. By my understanding, the school cannot touch the money.
Schools
Type in like N.I.L collective. I'm curious to who's involved. Definitely alumni. 100%. It's all alumni pulling the money into it. But I'm curious to see if the school can do anything with that money or if it goes directly to the sports programs. Like, I don't know who makes the yes or no decisions on who's getting paid and who's not getting paid. Because it's definitely not the school.
Oh, okay. So this is what it says. I'll read it to you. Collectives can't recruit athletes in the same way that schools' boosters are banned from recruiting. The collective can't contact prospects before enrollment. Athletes can't sign contracts before enrollment. So it seems like...
So you don't know how much... Nah, that doesn't make sense because these guys know what they're getting before they sign.
Can't sign contracts...
So someone has to be able to tell them how much they're getting paid.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the head coach then.
College and high school athletes have the right to compensate for... Okay, so how would I put this? Where does the NIL money come from, probably?
No, it definitely comes from alumni. I just don't know who has the authorization to do anything with it. Is it the coach who's like, yeah, we'll pay this guy this much? Is he the one who determines that? Or does the collective themselves say, you can go get this guy, we'll fund it, this is how much we want you to pay him?
Yeah. Well, isn't that kind of like what Portnoy did with the wife or whatever?
Yeah, the wife of the owner of Oracle, who's a gazillionaire. His wife went to Michigan and they funded this kid to come in next year for like $10 million.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Some 17-year-old kids about to get $10 million to play.
Okay, so the stakeholders, so it seems like these are the people putting in athletic directors, compliance directors, coaches, parents, alumni, media rights partners, corporate sponsors, boosters, alumni, and brands.
Can put money in?
Yeah, and they're the ones that kind of make the decisions for who
I
gets
guess
what.
you're wrong about alumni.
Well, I think when it says parents, it means alumni.
No, your collective is 100% your alumni.
Yeah, it has to be.
It's definitely-
Otherwise, who else is doing it?
Prime example is what we just said about the Michigan.
Yeah. So I like the idea that they're getting paid now, but also I didn't expect them to get tens of millions of dollars.
Did we do our first ever pancake shop live phone call to Ned to see what he thinks?
No.
Sure.
Could be
I
a
don't
first
care.
ever. Let's see if he answers.
Just got telling us on the podcast.
What are we
Yeah,
calling
well,
Ned?
Because Ned knows that stuff.
Bro, just like
Let's see if
text
he
him.
answers. No. It's more fun.
Yeah. On the speaker.
Let's see how he does.
Tell him that he's on the podcast.
Oh, well. The first pancake podcast call-in. And he's not going to answer.
It's not really.
On a Thursday.
It's not really a call in. It's a call out.
Phone a friend. Maybe he'll call us back.
Wow, I was electrifying.
Wow.
Good start.
Unlucky
Might as well
for the pod.
cut that out.
Unlucky for the pod.
No, it's okay. But I didn't, as I was saying, we didn't really expect kids to get $10 million. The whole point of it was most of these sports players don't even go to college and really do any work.
I think it's cool if everyone got paid like the same amount, or not same amount, but like not a crazy amount of money, like you're saying.
Yeah.
It's a crazy amount. But if I'm an old, like I used to play in college, like professionals used to play in college, I'd be fucking pissed. Like those guys could have made millions of dollars.
Well, hold the phone. Our cousin Troy just said that he's getting...
Well, I'm talking about before that.
Oh, is he really?
Troy got money
Troy,
for this.
yeah, Troy said he's still getting... I thought it was like a lawsuit, though.
Yeah,
on why
they
he's
won
getting
some
it.
NIL lawsuit and he gets paid for it.
Oh, no, he got Sandusky or what?
No. I guess a lot of players
In
sued
Northwestern,
that
they did
getting
have
paid.
that. They did have that thing in the
Yeah,
Northwestern.
Northwestern had something similar.
Yeah.
Not similar, but
Not similar.
they had their own thing.
Yeah, it was like bad
Their own
hazing.
thing. Oh, that's right. I remember that.
But I mean, if I was like in the 2010s, if I played around then, I was like Cam Newton.
I think a lot of those guys are getting paid anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
that
be.
is true.
The people who should be most upset are the ones that played in college but never went anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, truthfully, my senior project in college, I did a full report on why players in college football should not be paid. And I got an A on that shit, which is pretty cool. But I think that a lot of the problems that I talked about in that are kind of coming to happen here. And I did also talk about guys in the past and how they would sue either the school or the NCAA to figure out, what do we do in terms of we didn't get any money. We should have been getting money if these kids are allowed to get money now. My jersey's still being sold at Penn State, perhaps. Like, am I getting any money for that? And there are problems coming up. I also mentioned how student athlete is student first. If anything, I would have said give more scholarship options to these
Right.
schools. Don't pay the guys.
That's what I was thinking.
I'd be cool with everyone on a full ride to study and play football at your school. But, the alternative person would be like Mike and I in college, who had to pick up a side job to be able to, survive out there. Plus, we
Yeah.
had tuition, we weren't on scholarship. So
Michael was stripping. You were.
Mike
doing
was
your thing.
stripping. He was doing everything he could.
Mike was in the clubs.
But there is
That's what you
a...
gotta do.
It's almost not fair to a student that isn't an athlete that's not getting paid.
Right.
In a way.
I almost wonder if you could almost like get rid of the scholarship and put the NIL money towards like a scholarship.
That's what I think it should be.
Because otherwise, you're just stacking more
Yeah.
money on top of a scholarship.
When I wrote that paper, I did not account that they would have a collective thing that went on.
Right.
I didn't know that was going to happen. So I just figured it was like, the school paying the players to be there.
I kind of feel like they opened up a can of worms by doing.
It's only
this.
going to get
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
There's too many alumni. Like, think about people in a position like this. You're at Alabama. Let's say Alabama has wealthy alumni. I highly fucking doubt they do. That school's a bunch of retards. But I'm sure they got
have
one.
NFL player alumni.
Oh yeah. They have NFL alumni. That's probably their wealthiest. You see your school start to lose, chip away $1 million, throw it in. 10 guys do that. It's 10
That
million
one
right
guy
there.
you paid a lot of money for that's not winning games.
What do you mean?
So like,
Oh no. I'm talking like if I was a multimillionaire right now, and Penn State almost wins the Natty, next year I'm pouring money in myself, and I think we're gonna see that next year. I think like people are like, "Holy shit, Ohio State!" Here's Ned. Hold on.
oh, there we go.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Sir Edward, you are live on the Pancake Shop podcast.
Well, not
with
live.
Chris, we're not live, but with Chris, Mike, and I. And we were talking about the N.I.L collectives. And we were curious if you had any intel on them as to where the money comes from and who is authorized to use that money to pick off these players.
It's a great question, and I don't know what that is. I don't know sort of what the differentiation is between it. What I do know is that there's some groups that it's funded through private money, and there's some groups that it's money that is done in ways from the school itself. But what I don't know is the parameters and everything around how they can use it and what, I do know there's, there's obviously, quite a bit of, third parties that do obviously their own sponsorship deals, but, what constitutes, how they can use that fund or how the school, but it's independent of the university for a while. But I think there's somewhere it's a little more of a crossover. It's one of those, there's a lot of blended lines now in the scheme of things.
Yeah, what changes do you think we'll see next year, if any?
Yeah, I think one of the things that's very realistic that you're going to see is a cap.
Yeah.
And not only a cap on the amount, but the amount is going to be across all sports groups.
Yeah.
I got a feeling like there's going to be a cap that's going to be introduced for, that schools are going to start to have to decide of what program do they want to invest the most in.
Yeah.
Right.
Right now,
I guess we were wondering, is there
the Wild West.
is there a blanket amount of money that they put in the athletics department?
Yeah, that's
what that's what you are saying.
So the athletic department will get X amount of dollars, and then they will have to decide, what sport's going to get the majority of that.
So essentially, girls field hockey shot.
Yeah, they might not get much, but
gymnastics is shot.
I think that outside sponsors will come in.
It depends, right? Because it depends how people want to spend their money, right? And there's prime examples behind it, right? Football makes the universities the most amount of money.
Right.
There's no question behind that, right?
Yeah.
But there are, for example, like at UConn, women's basketball makes the most amount of money out of that program.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh yeah, for
They're the
sure.
one that keeps
For
winning.
sure. It's a famous program. Gino. I forget his last name, but I've been the coach there for a long time. So that's realistic.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But think about it too, right? Like probably the second biggest earner for Minnesota is its hockey team. For the University of Minnesota.
Yeah. So you gotta pick your sports wisely based on who's getting you paid back. Return on investment, essentially.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of that's going to be decided by television contracts too.
But don't you think that would kind of even make that team more dominant? So, like, for instance, with UConn, as you were saying, the women's basketball team, if they put most of their funds into UConn basketball, everything else struggles. They win every game next year or whatever. People are going to stop watching because they already know what the outcome's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think there's some truth in that, but I think you could look on the flip side and say, well, really, how much money do we spend on them, right? Like,
true, that is true.
There's no question that that football contracts are paying much higher as a competitive rate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So somebody can say, well, how much does it cost for me to be the best women's basketball program? Right?
Yeah.
Gotcha, I see.
What I think is going to be really hard is for a group like Duke, right, or UNC, where you instill a cap. You're known for your basketball program, or are you just going to abandon your football program like that?
Right.
Yeah,
right. I mean,
pick and
that's
choose.
those are UNC is is a Southern School of Art.
Yeah.
That has that football's still a big thing.
No, definitely.
But you're going to see schools that are very one-sided, like Villanova.
I mean, I'm sure there's some dude who's getting paid a full-time job to, make sure the money's going evenly or in a smart way to all programs.
Yeah, people have started sort of impose that, chief of staff position.
Yeah, and I wonder how much money comes in throughout the season to that same collective. Is it a constant flow of money, or do you have set amount to start the year, and you might be at zero by the end of it?
Yeah.
Or if more's coming in while you're getting it.
But they're going to sort of introduce it, like a hard cap.
Yeah.
Right? Of saying it doesn't matter, but the maximum that they're allowed to have is going to be $20 million.
Do you think you're going to see contract changes mid-year? Like, let's say someone's doing really well, and they're like, I want more money. Do you think that's... I feel like that'd be much harder to do.
I think that's possible. Like, maybe in the future.
It'd be hard to do.
I don't think that's going to happen. And the reason why I don't think that's going to happen is because, let's say the flip side of that, right? Like there's a reason why the CBAs for both the NBA, the Players Association, and the NFL, and all these contracts are done on a yearly basis, right? But you think on the flip side, right? If a player starts playing bad or he's out for the season with an injury, what, you think he's going to give up all that money?
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Good point.
All right, final question for you before we let you go. Last question. If you were to put your bank account on one person to win the national championship, what team are you picking?
That's a great question.
No hard feelings. You give the honest answer here.
Yeah, I'm still going to go with Georgia.
With Georgia,
Ooh!
to pull it off.
Georgia? What in the bias?
Most well-rounded team. No, but I think we haven't seen a lot of tape on Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much that's also going to play to the benefit of that. You have a lot of time to warm up.
Was Gunnar Stockton a 5-star?
Definitely.
I don't think he was.
I'll look that up after.
Was he at least like a 4-star?
I think if he was, it wasn't like he was like the number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always said that being a quarterback at Alabama or Georgia, the reason they don't typically translate well into the NFL is because they're just surrounded by so much talent that you don't really have to be anything great to perform. You'll still have the best O-line, the best running back, the best wide receiver. So I think that regardless of Carson Beck being there, they're still probably the biggest threat. I think you're right.
Yeah. One of the questions that I have there though is Beck didn't really get bailed out by any of his receivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had good tight ends. There's no question about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin would be the first one to tell you that you have guys that are young that are just not getting into the positions that they needed to succeed or to bail out your quarterback with some of these throws.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to need to see from Georgia down the stretch, right?
Yeah.
Quinn Ewers has weapons.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Notre Dame doesn't.
And that's as we said before, right? That's where Drew Aller, great quarterback. I just don't like the offensive coordinator. I just don't like I don't have a lot of faith in that, and that's the hesitation that I have. I think Bobo is much more of a conservative play caller, but I know if he's up, they're going to win the game.
Yeah, true.
Gotcha.
All right, well, thank you for phoning in. We appreciate the info.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
No, call me anytime. Appreciate it. I'm outdoor at this light show with my family. So.
Nice.
Thanks.
All right, enjoy the family time. We'll talk to you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon.
Yeah. I'm so glad you had Nick.
Built in from Ned.
I'm so glad you have Nick Saban on your contact list.
I got Saban there. Saban phoned in.
We'll say, yeah.
That's true. We could have said that was like a celebrity or something.
It does.
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
It does sound like though this NIL stuff is going to throw one hell of a monkey wrench into college sports. No matter how
It already did. It really already did. Dylan Raiohla's dad at least went to Nebraska, but yeah, he was a top QB and he decided to go to Nebraska. Nebraska typically sucks as of the last 10 years. So it's like, guy probably could have competed for a national championship this year if he went to any big name school, but he chose Nebraska, which is a historic school for football, but they're nothing special now.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting. What else? I mean, so you go out there, you did your thing out there. Now, how are we dying to go back to Miami, or what's the? Well, you were just there for a week, but I don't know what the.
Mike's probably dying to go back.
I want to.
I don't really want to go back super soon. I will. But things are so expensive down there. And, sometimes it's not even, tannable weather down there either. I can't just go sit at the top of the pool and tan. Woe is me. But, it's 1 UV when you're there. So
if you were to do it over again, would you still stay in Miami? Do you like it enough that...
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I don't see myself leaving Miami for a while either. But, winter is everyone says, winter's the best to be in Miami. It's when the temperature's great. It's it's full of people.
Yeah.
But there's nobody by the pool. There's nobody at the beach because, 60 feels like 30 when you're there. So,
and it's hot. It's hot out, but it's not.
It's warm, but then that warmth is so cold compared to the warmth that you're used to that warmth feels cold, and there's no sun, so you can't even just lay by the pool. A simple breeze comes, you're holy crap, I gotta go inside.
First world problems.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Michael, you getting used to it? Are you I'm loving Miami? Or are you
Well, I've barely been there, and I want to go back because all my shit's down there. All my clothes. I've been wearing the same rotation of clothes, rotation of 3 clothes.
We'll definitely go back
for a while.
Once Mom and Dad get back from dropping you off, but I'm not in a hurry to go back and just be in Miami.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you are kind of somewhat confined to that apartment for, not confined, but I don't know. Like, give me like the average day for you guys. Like, well,
For me,
give me Kenny's perspective first. Then I'll get Mike's perspective.
I wake up and I crawl past Mike, who's sleeping in the living room. I hit the coffee machine.
Yeah, hold on. I guess we didn't really do a great job describing the living situation. So it's a 2-bedroom apartment. Matt and E's in one room. Everyone knows Matt.
I'm
and
in
E.
another room. Mike's in the living room where we built him a Murphy bed that folds down off the wall. And
So
folds
Mike
back
basically
One of those
lives in
beds
the
you fold
center.
down.
Yeah.
He lives in the center of the apartment essentially. So when you come,
we
he's
have
like the
him kind
secretary.
of tucked by the kitchen.
Right.
We have a huge counter in the middle with the sink, Mike's computer set up. then is his Murphy bed, and then it's the sofa. And
It's
then
a
the door
cot,
to my
yeah.
room. So there's it's not like I don't know how to describe it, but Mike's as far away from my room as you can be in the living room.
Right.
But right across from Matt's door, basically.
Yeah.
And so typically in the mornings I try to get up early so I can walk, get my steps in. And I walk around Mike, try not to wake him up. Sometimes I tickle his toes. Then I start the coffee machine. I drink my coffee, I get my shoes on, I come back. Kitty's usually up by that point, eating breakfast.
Mike,
I go to
Mike,
my-
you gotta tell me when he's lying at any point.
I
You
go to
don't do
my
that every day.
computer. Nah, I haven't been super consistent with my mornings, but it's a lot easier when he's not here. When he's not in Miami for me to get up early because he's up late.
Right.
Oh, that's not true. I'm like, I go to bed like 30 minutes later than Kenny.
He's up late. We'll get to that once I get through my full day here. Then, like 9:30 comes, and some mornings Mike's good about getting up. I'm already at my computer. With
What
10.
time did you say?
9:30. We'll
9:30.
say it's now 9:30. I'm at the
Yeah,
computer with
I'll
10.
probably get up like 10.
Mike's sometimes moving around. Other times he's staying in all the way till noon. But we'll see.
Oh, jeez.
Most times,
Yeah, I
most times
can't-
he's not. Most times he's up.
The most I've slept in is here. Like I can't
Yeah.
sleep until noon.
Well, then when Mike gets up, we go to the gym. We lift. Come back from the gym, we go sit by the pool. Then after the pool, we figure out what we're eating for dinner. And our options are steak, rice, and avocado. Or what Mike and I call mush. And mush is, we take 16 ounces of ground beef, 6 eggs, and
White rice.
cook it all, throw it into a bowl, mush it together, and then dump teriyaki sauce on it.
Yeah,
actually
that's
really good.
that's essentially
It
what
tastes
I mean.
fine. It doesn't taste bad at all.
Usually
any sauce on it kind of numbs
It's also right when we come back from the gym, so we're starving and we'll eat anything.
Yeah, we'll eat whatever.
How long you spend at the gym usually?
A little over an hour. I'm gonna start trying to go to the gym for longer.
At home, I mean, you've seen I go to the gym for like 2
Yeah,
days.
Mike's.
Mike likes taking breaks in between his sets and stuff, and I like to keep him moving.
That's not true.
I've never
pose
liked
in the
that.
mirror.
I've never liked the way you. I don't like the.
I mean,
I go quick.
you can push pull legs, right?
Depends.
I enjoy how he does it with the like minimum rest, but we still leave like mad early with that.
Yeah. I just like my body gets tired. I gotta start pushing harder though. One thing Mike showed me is less weight, more reps kind of deal, where Mike will do like 100 reps of 15 on bicep curls or 20. And I've never.
I don't know about all that.
Not seen you do a lot of reps.
Well, you remember when you did
What?
the one thing that always impressed me was when you did those. You were upstairs in the house and you did what was it, 15 for 100 reps or whatever? Remember that?
Probably.
With the
I mean, even
that's so hard. Like people
my
don't realize
my
how hard
shoulders flies are incredible. Like he'll go all the way up, and he'll do so many sets of that.
Well, that's
And
at
I'm just-
night.
Why the
This
hell
is
are you
at
so
the end.
small? What the fuck?
Okay. So, let me continue on. With
Sleeper
my day.
build.
So then we make mush. We eat the mush. Watch college. We watch football. Usually, there's usually an NFL game or some sports on.
Yeah,
on
once the
TV.
sports seasons are over, it's gonna be a little bit boring.
Yeah.
When,
Then we
In between
go
stuff.
to the building gym at night, and we'll either do like cardio or we'll do just like a random.
The sauna.
Definitely sauna, but we'll do like a random muscle group. We'll just hit a shit ton of reps on one rep.
Is your
muscle.
building full? Like, is that? Do you have any
I
idea?
have no concept of telling.
Because I was wondering, like, whenever we go, even when we were at Ned's, no one's really using that sauna.
Yeah. Well, we go late at night.
yeah,
Which
I've gone
helps.
to his gym during the day and tried to go in the sauna, and his sauna is really small. So if I see another person there,
I
I'm
wouldn't
like,
even call it really small. That's like it's not a huge one. But you
Well,
remember the one we
compared
had in
to
State
the-
College? That one is what I'd call really
I mean,
small.
I only was in that one once.
Yeah, but you remember how freaking small it was?
Not really.
Fit 4
The
people on
fraternity
one
didn't
stand.
have one?
No.
The fraternity? Yeah, I mean, now that I wish we had a sauna at my place, but now that I see the benefits and how good you
It's
feel
good.
afterwards. Like,
On Tuesdays, Mike and I do run club at night. We run with all of Brickell.
oh, that's cool.
It's like so many people go, and
We're literally like running in the middle of the street, and like
Yeah, it's fun.
everyone's taking videos because they're like,
just
Oh,
a lot
really?
of people
millions
going.
of people running through the street right now.
It's fun, but my knee is starting to really bother me, and I always feel it the next day. And I was doing 20K steps a day for like a month straight, and every day afterwards, like right around my kneecap, the left side of my right kneecap.
Ooh, you might have a
That's
little
the pain.
MCL tear.
I don't know what it is, but I haven't been mobile in like a month now, so I'm hoping
Really?
once I get walking, it'll be healed up.
Well, my big mistake, and you showed me this, was like whenever I was trying to lose weight, I do cardio and I sprint because I still have the old high school mentality from doing track and cross country, given I was 50 pounds lighter back then. But like my knees can't really take that weight. But now that I just do the walking that bodybuilder told me about, I mean, my whole I just feel up.
I like walking more than running
Yeah.
a lot. I'll put on a podcast and I'll do. Did you ever come with me to Brickell Key?
No.
It's like a triangle-shaped island right outside the city, and it's about almost a perfect mile, one lap.
Oh, really?
And I'll go there and I'll do 9 fucking laps, and it'll take me 2 or 3 hours.
Damn.
But I'll put on like a podcast, Rogan or something, or whatever Grant Burton sent me for the day. Listen
Well, the
to
Cake
that.
Shop podcast is fine, brother.
Yeah,
Hey, Derek,
Cake Shop. I have done the Cake Shop for sure during that one.
But like for me, when I was done running, I was always at the point where like the next day, like my legs hurt like crazy, and I was like, man, do I have to stretch more? Do I have to do this? But now that I know that you can do it by walking on an incline, you're like, whoa,
Once
way
you
better.
anything with like sore legs, once you do it like 3 times, the soreness goes away.
Not for me.
Like
I'll do it every time I'm still sore. I think that's
yeah, but
just
it's
an
not as
excessive-
bad. Like, dude, I haven't hit legs in so fucking long, and it's getting really bad. Like, I know I have to do legs. The issue is the first time I hit legs to start it up again, I'm gonna be out of commission for that whole week.
Like I did legs last week when we went to the gym, and I'm still a little sore.
Yeah,
Like,
but,
I just hit
but
hard.
not like a whole week of sore.
Oh, well, it's been a week about.
Dude, I'm talking like, Chris, I can't walk when I hit legs after the first time in like forever. Like my knees will buckle.
Oh no, I'll do that same
I
thing.
can't do
but-
stairs.
Yeah.
Like I'll be out for at least 3 days of just no walking, and then 2 days of recovery on top of it.
Yeah.
But then the next week, once I do legs again,
Right.
then it's only.
You're saying when
sore.
you've taken a
It's
long
only
period
hurt
off.
sore. Yeah, when I take a long period off, and that's the only reason I haven't done legs. I keep pushing it off. So
Yeah, because you know you need them.
I know I have to do them. I know I need to do legs.
I haven't done leg day since probably sophomore year of college.
There you go. So
I
we
mean, you
gotta
are
start doing
walking.
legs again.
You are
I don't
walking.
wanna do- I don't wanna
You
do
are
it.
walking enough where proportionally you
Yeah,
look fine.
that's true. But I know like strong legs give you a big boost in testosterone when you squat. Like squatting itself boosts your testosterone.
Squatting's kind of old school though, in the sense of there's just so many machines now. I don't know
Yeah.
if your gym has it because. Like the idea when you really break down human anatomy, the more weight you put on a bar, you don't want that on your
Spat
spine.
on your spine.
Yeah, you don't want your
Yeah.
spine being.
I
crushed
don't
like
think
that.
Grant squats anymore because he gets back pain from it. So I think he's all machines.
Yeah.
And he always had to keep it low on his back. Like I have like everyone, you know, the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Like, at the bar between your shoulder and like your neck.
Yeah.
He can't go there. He had to go low with it.
Yeah.
And it always looked like his arm is about to fucking break. So I don't think he squats anymore. I gotta ask him, but. I like the leg press machine. I like
Yeah, I was gonna say.
like extensions, leg curls, all those.
Like even the hack squat's starting to hurt my back too much.
Okay. Yeah. I just gotta start doing legs again, and I gotta start doing all my workouts till failure for at least a month, because I'm definitely slacking. Like my weight should be going up, or I should be getting. Better results.
But that comes down to just the fact that you're never going to be able to do that if you're not taking breaks because you need your muscle to recover.
No, that's not what I mean. Like I'm saying, instead of me trying to curl 50s
Right.
until I
Do 20s till failure.
do 20s till failure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, really get blood ripping through them and stuff. Really tear up the muscle.
But
Don't
if you're
go
going to
for-
failure every set, you'd have to take a break. There's no way you're.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's like, oh man.
I'm not saying I never take a break. I just don't fucking sit on my phone for a minute like most people do at the gym.
Oh, I don't even have my phone on me.
Yeah, my phone's in my bag for most of the gym. Not true. I'm not. You'll never see me on my phone at the gym though. Maybe change a song, and if not, I'm doing it from my
Yeah,
from my
exactly, same here.
headphones. especially when I go early into the gym, which I haven't done in a while because once Mike moved down, we started going mid-afternoon. No one's there. So.
Oh, really? I was gonna ask. Is it more packed early in the morning
Yeah,
than it is?
I mean, it's most packed at night for sure, and I would love to go to the gym at night with a full stomach of food in me.
Oh, I can't do that. I
Yeah.
can't work out with food in
Me
me.
neither.
I feel like you get better strength results when you have food in you.
That's true, but
Well, yeah, you're
when
converting protein.
I always finish my workouts with abs, and when I'm doing abs after I eat food, I feel like I'm about
That's true.
Yeah, you don't want that.
I don't really do much abs, and I really should. I really want to just do hanging leg extensions, like like you're hanging, you bring your legs up. But I have like this weird feeling in my right hip where, like, I've never had a hernia in my gut, but I imagine what a hernia feels like is what it feels like in my hip. Like it feels like I have something sticking out and loose that every time I bring my leg up, it like shoots back in, and whenever my leg goes down, it pops back out. It's a weird feeling.
What if you just have like a hip dysplasia or something?
But it's not my hip. It's like
softer.
in front of my hip. I don't want to call it my groin because it's definitely not in my groin, but like right where my hip connects to my leg, something non-bone related, like something muscle related.
Well, I still think the best ab exercise is those ab sleds. I love those things.
Nah, 100%.
I love that thing.
100% hanging leg raises is the best possible.
What are ab sleds?
ab thing you can do.
Ab sled is the thing that it's like a machine where you put the weights on it and it has a thing to it.
Bring
you
your
kind of
knees
just
up.
bring your knees back and then forward.
There's too much momentum involved in that for that to possibly be the best.
Well, you have to
ab
control your momentum. You're just swinging the whole time. Of course.
The one that I always use is the one where you like just pull down.
That was not a bad one. That one hurts my back too much.
Yeah, I'm like weirdly built in terms of height to where those don't really feel right for me.
Yeah, I've never liked that, but those
I
do
can't get
help.
the chair right with it because I got a short torso.
Dude, I can barely plank anymore.
For
my
me,
back
at the
hurts.
Y, I literally pull the seat all the way down because that's like what's best for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not really the same height, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
Like if anything, I go all the way up with the seat, and that probably isn't great either.
So we got
I don't
we got Kenny's day in the life. What about you?
Well,
What's
I'm not
your-
done yet, actually.
Yeah, you were like,
Then we get
So what
back.
time are we at here?
Probably like 10 o'clock at night now.
Okay.
I get hypocritical here because sometimes I want to go to bed, other times I want to play some Rust. So it's like, I can't get mad at Mike when I stay up till midnight. But it seems every time that I don't stay up till midnight, he stays up late. So usually, let's say I go to bed at midnight. I can't close the door because
Mike's got something to say.
I'll wait for my turn.
I can't close the door because Kitty comes in my room at night.
Oh yeah.
So I have to leave the door cracked enough. Look at her up there. I have to leave it cracked enough that she can squeeze in, hop into bed with me. And then I can't close the door after because her food dish is in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And once it goes off, it's like a bat out of hell getting to that food dish. So it's like, she'll fucking
Just
break
books
my
it.
door open. If I close her out, she reaches under and she scratches my door. She'll whack the door again. She'll go, So Mike's like, yeah, I'll be quiet. I'll go to bed. So he's quiet usually. He's on his computer. He's very quiet. Then all of a sudden, the sink turns on. He's filling up his fucking face ice stuff. And he's got to pat it in. Doesn't turn the sink off. Got to ice up the face.
Oh, is that
Then-
because he's using your bathroom or
No,
something?
he's in the kitchen.
Oh, it's that loud.
But he thinks that we live in a house like this. He's freaking. We're breathing the same air when he's in my living room.
Yeah, I guess
you
so.
know. So that's my only complaint. Then he usually goes to bed. Sometimes he comes back in, and he'll brush his teeth if he forgot to or something like that. And that's not a problem at all. He's
There's been
quiet.
times where I'll crawl and sneak past Kenny's bed.
That doesn't bother me at all.
Was that one of those deals, Mike, where he's got so much shit on the floor it feels like
No.
you're doing like
No.
an army crawl?
Sometimes
through?
I forget to push the chair in.
The only thing is I do have to push his door open a little bit to
he
squeeze
can
through.
fit
And the door is
But
pretty loud.
That stuff doesn't wake me up. For whatever, it's not that it wakes me up. Like, the sink makes me have to pee.
Oh,
Hearing the water running makes me have to pee.
really? I've never had that.
And then I gotta get up because I drink a lot of water before bed, and then I try to fall right.
Oh,
the
that's a
fuck-
terrible idea.
Well, I try to fall asleep immediately before so that the piss doesn't hit me till the morning. But
Huh.
then
That goes to show that you're 2 years younger than me. If I drank a lot of water beforehand, even here, I wake up at like 6:30, 8.
well, I get up early anyway.
No, I guess that's true.
I try to get up as early as I can, and I go to bed as early as I can, but I don't always go to bed as early as I can. So I try to get my water in me, get the fuck to sleep, so that way I wake up, pee, go about my day. But when the sink goes off, if I'm not fully asleep, I'm like, fuck, I gotta get out of bed, I gotta go pee. And then once you pee once, you can't stop.
Right.
So just ruins it for me. I just wish Mike would fucking do his ice earlier. I don't know why you got to do it right before bed. All right, go ahead. Tell us your opinion.
Do I have to like separate you two?
What day of the week is it?
Let's say it's
Give me an average day.
I just did any weekday. I didn't talk about weekends.
I mean, there's like kind of two different types of days. There's been days where Kenny and I get up at like 5 a.m. and go to the gym.
Yeah, sometimes.
And
those are the days we go to bed early the night before.
well, I mean, we usually go to bed like at 11:30,
Yeah.
10. I mean, I usually go to bed at like 12, but we usually go to bed at that time. And if we wake up at like, a lot of times we say we're gonna wake up at 6 a.m., but then we just don't.
Yeah,
we both hear each other's alarms. We both hear them go off. But no, usually for me it's like wake up at 10. Usually I try to like I drink coffee, like this coffee that's no sugar in it and just a shit ton of potassium, which fills me up, so I don't gotta eat much.
What kind of coffee is that has that much potassium in it?
I need some potassium in me. I don't need bananas or nothing. So
Dude, the shit that I drink is literally just like straight potassium. Like I looked at it, it's like 500 grams of potassium or something like that, and like 0 everything.
I don't even know how many of those you can have because I think there's a certain amount of potassium you can intake.
They fill me up, and we don't eat bananas or anything, so that's all I have. And then basically once it hit 12, usually the UVs are nice, so I go up to the pool, tan for like a decent amount of time, come down, go to the gym, come back. Oh, sometimes I go to the gym alone because Kenny will be playing Rust. And he'll say no.
The Rust grind is more important.
if it's a Thursday or Monday.
Well, so if he
Works
was,
at 3.
that's why I asked what day it was. That's why I asked what day.
Well, it's at 3. So if he said he went to the pool first that day. Sometimes we lift first, then go to the pool. But if he went to the pool,
that's if we wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
That's a rare.
If Mike went to the pool first, Mike goes to the pool. We go at 1 o'clock. And so when he's done, if he wants to go to the gym, it's already 2:30. Wiped at 3. What am I supposed to do? You know what I mean?
Right.
Continue, Mike. Sorry for the interruption. Had to specify.
If Kenny does, well, the thing is, if Kenny doesn't come, then I have to do the inside
The building gym.
And if Kenny goes, then I can go to Lifetime?
LA Fitness.
LA
She's out of the
Fitness.
membership.
Well, we kind
Right.
of figured just figured it out towards the end that it changes the QR code every day. So
Yeah.
I think if Kenny just sends me a screenshot
That day, he should be good to go.
yeah, because I went in with a second day screenshot, so like the QR code was wrong, and I scanned because I went alone, and I scanned it, and the woman tried to stop me, but I had my headsets in, and I just kept walking, and I was like working out, thinking like, damn, they're about to throw me out of here or something like that. And then after the gym, come back, Kenny's either still on Rust or with me, and if he's with me, then we'll probably. Usually, if Kenny's with me, we make food immediately. If Kenny's on Rust, then I'd have to wait like an hour before we start making food for dinner.
We also got to point out here, we making food is not it.
So
Yeah, I mean,
I like how much of
I
this
never
was-
asked Kenny to make me food. Like, I know how to make food, but he just does it.
I
Oh, what a good brother.
I cooked the food. I would love for him to cook for me. I just don't trust it all.
I mean, like, to be fair, I still don't even know where like everything is in the kitchen, like
Right.
for sure.
That big a kitchen.
I like how the Rust grind is clearly the most important aspect of. That's what revolves the day.
Well, I get most of my stuff done early with Tim.
Good point.
That I can play Rust later.
What time
And-
are you pretty much done with Tim?
I mean, 9:30 is when he and I wouldn't say part ways, but that's when he and I go quiet. And either, depending on the day, he'll call me and then it transfers from Discord to a FaceTime for a couple hours.
Oh, gotcha.
Because we're in a trading room with other people in it, so we stay muted, so we're not just yapping about dumb shit. Tim will call me, bro, like, what the fuck is this? How do we miss this? All that shit. And they don't want to hear that. So then Tim and I will sit on FaceTime for a couple hours. Then I'll lie and be like, I gotta do something for work or something like that.
Oh.
Just when I get bored of talking with Tim or he gets bored of talking to me, I can hear it in his voice. And we just make up an excuse and we hang up on each other. And then I'll just be like, I'm going to the gym, Tim. It's noon. I'm going to the gym with Mike. And then I'll call him at like 4 o'clock. So
Gotcha.
That's our balance.
Yeah, and then what was that? Dinner. And then after dinner, from like probably eat at like 6 to about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We don't really just do our own thing.
Yeah, we just do whatever.
And then probably then 9 o'clock I started to do my before bed workout, which is so I do 56 push-ups, 66 crunches.
Okay, well, hold on. Why do you do such weird numbers?
He
Because
tries to go for more than he did the day before.
no, that's not true.
Kenny tried to save you there. But
Just when
like Michael goes, we're going to do 21 and a half minutes in the sauna. I'm like, how did you come up with 21 and a half?
well, it's 21, not 21 and a half.
Oh, okay.
But basically, dude, when I've been doing this since high school, and I don't know, like a coach said one time, always do one more rep because there's someone out there doing like 10, so you gotta do 11, just like as a motivational thing, and I just stuck with it. So I do 55 push-ups, 66 crunches, 46 sit-ups.
But there's a guy out there doing 50.
Well, that's why I mean, when I was in high school, it was like 21.
Right.
And then
I
all
see
these
what you're
numbers
saying.
have just increased over the years. What was that? Then I do 66 like half crunches kinda.
Right.
And then I do
Like, I can't even do crunches anymore because it hurts my back too much. Like, I have to do the,
I don't know. I did
Crunches.
yeah. Then I'd have to do the
Then I do-
hanging leg raises.
I do like I think I do 61 V-ups, like where I'm
Those
on the
suck.
ground and like trying to like
I
touch
don't
my
have the
feet.
flexibility for those.
I do a bunch of like 70 touch the side of my toes,
Penguins.
72 penguins, and then I do then down in
The mic definitely picked that up.
down in Florida I have my 15-pound weights, but I don't have them here, so I haven't done it in a while. But I'll do 66 curls.
Do you
I'll
shower before this or after this?
I don't shower at all. Well, before this.
But he'll be in the bathroom for like 2 hours.
Well, okay, I didn't get to that part. And then I'll do 46 ups, kind of. And then
Shoulder press.
I'll do 26 of, these
Flies.
Johns. And then I'll do 26 of these.
Right, just trying to basically hit everything before bed.
Yeah, and I think that's it. I haven't really done the weight thing in a while. And then after that, I kind of just like, I don't know, I'll like put like on my hair and shit. What else did I do?
So basically, for that
Vaseline
two-
up, fucking put creams on my face before bed,
I'll edit that part out. You don't have to know that. But
like lotion.
so you spend quite a bit of time in the bathroom.
Well, for that part, yeah. And then usually I'll try and like shit out dinner, and that'll take a while.
That's tough. We only got one bathroom Mike and I use, so
Right.
I'm never mad that he's in there. I'll give him shit for it because he's my brother.
What was I at?
You're at after
You're
lunch.
talking
yeah.
about taking a
Um,
huge shit in the bathroom.
Well, okay, so now we're getting to...
You're talking about taking a shit in the tub.
Now we're getting to 11 o'clock, scary hours, or this kid's lying hours.
Auschwitz
So
hours.
Kenny's in bed, but he's like sitting on his phone the whole time, so it's not really
No,
like
it's true.
bed.
No, it's true. It's wind down time.
So,
If the lights are off, I'm going to bed.
well, okay. Oh, that's... Well,
And I say goodnight too, so he knows I'm going
so, yeah, it would be nice if Kenny could close the door, but the cat obviously fucks that up. But, so, I'm going to ice my face, because I want to ice up. And I don't...
What is the benefit of the ice up if we're going to put it in the podcast?
What?
What's the benefit of the ice up?
swells it up. Or not swells it, tightens it up.
Tightens up your face. Good for your skin, so you don't get like shit. It helps you like not get pimples. And
Oh,
shit.
really?
Yeah.
And it's just regular ice?
Yeah. Just cold ice. Cold. That's like cold water on your skin. It's good for you.
Okay. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a rip.
So I'll be like doing that, and I always try to turn the sink on to like the lowest possible setting, because I don't know if you've seen my tubes. Like, you kind of need water to fill up the ice. Like, never mind. Just to make the ice for the next day.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like,
Well, actually, okay. The ice is cold, so to get it out, I need to use hot water.
Fun fact: ice is cold.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
Right.
like it's like cold stuck into
Right.
the thing.
So in other
I
words,
gotta
you
use-
have to. You guys don't have an ice maker. You have to physically
No,
make the ice.
we do. He has a device that he purchased that he turns into ice each day.
And that thing sometimes is hard to open because it's frozen. So usually I'll pour water on it to kind of like
Heat it up to
heat
loosen
it up
it
so
up,
I
yeah.
to loosen it up. That one, okay. Sometimes I like might go full power on that.
But like our sink is like huge. Like the bowl is so deep, and then the neck is so long that it's like fucking hailing. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like it's hailing when it's pouring.
I mean, Kenny says I leave it on. I don't. Literally after that, like 10 seconds, I'm done with it. Like I don't need the sink until I ice up, and then it's my turn now, bro. So after I do my ice up, then I gotta fill the ice for tomorrow, and I turn it on to the smallest setting to like come down and like be as
But
thin.
that's almost
water.
worse. Because it's just
No.
it's a constant dripping instead of a pour.
That's not no. So then I fill it up, and then literally that's it. I'm done. And that I mean, to be
slams the Murphy bed out.
That's about
The Murphy bed isn't loud.
That's about 20 seconds of sink.
No.
Do you put that bed up every night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it like
It's
or
not
every
Sunday
Sunday?
lazy.
On the weekends, like I'll be like, oh
Yeah.
fuck.
So weekends, Mike gets comfy and watches football from the bed. It's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes
So
I
wait,
come
hold on. Maybe I said that wrong. Do you like every day you take that down at night, or does the bed just stay out all day?
On the weekends, he leaves
On
it
the
out
weekends, I
there.
leave it
okay,
out.
gotcha,
During the day,
During
I'll,
the day. And then if we have people over,
during the
I'll
week.
put
You
it
mean.
yeah, it is hard as shit to make my bed too. So that's
up.
annoying.
He's got to like tuck all the blankets into the mattress so that when he folds it up, it doesn't all just fall.
and I have
Oh,
two
yeah.
blankets, so sometimes I don't. I've like kind of figured out if I could just tuck it at the end, I could close it up
Yeah.
like that. And the pillows are hard to balance because if I put the bed up, the bottom is open, so my pillows will just fall right through, and my blankets will just fall right through.
Yeah,
Just on the
that
floor.
makes sense.
So what if we filled up a bowl of water?
But then I'm gonna pour it into the sink, and that's gonna be the same exact thing as
What has to be poured into the sink?
when I want to fill up my ice.
Just uncap it, put it in the bowl, and it'll fill up.
No, I mean, I don't know if you really saw my devices, but I don't think what you're saying will work.
It has to be poured in.
Yeah.
You can't like put it in water and it fills up.
No.
All right.
Really?
I don't understand the.
You'd have to
difference
see
behind
my device, and you'd be like,
that.
oh.
Is it upstairs? Did you bring it home?
Not right now. Not right now, bro.
He's going.
Oh, for the... That's true.
Yeah.
I'm getting exposed for my icing habits.
Yeah.
Feels good, too.
I have to see this device because if what you say is true and that's the point of it, it does seem like it.
It's just like it's like an oval,
Yeah.
and the way and you take half of it off for the ice. So it's like an ice lightsaber.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so
yeah.
you gotta pour it into the top. Like that one makes sense.
I would think that's easier then. To do
Yeah.
it
So
the
that
way-
one, this one, makes sense if I just scooped it.
Okay.
So then, like,
So ice up.
so I ice up.
Demonstrate for the camera. There
There
you go.
So he
Ice
hits
up.
his ice.
So I
So,
ice
wait,
up.
So you
so
put
are
that
you just
in-
icing your whole face down, or is it like just the cheekbones or whatever?
Just my whole. I go whole face
he
because I
keeps
do it
it
for a
that
minute.
He
And
gets it
then
up in that butt.
and then I. So then I close it up, and it's usually smaller. And then to fill it up, I turn the sink onto the smallest setting so I can make it thin.
Yeah, what Kenny's saying is fill up a bowl,
Put
and
the
then
whole
just
thing in
put
the bowl.
submerge the
While
whole
it's in the
thing.
water, close it.
I guess so. I don't know.
Hit him with the.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sleeping good now.
I mean, we'll see if it works.
Put it back.
Yeah.
I would think that that's.
It needs to be
ice up first.
needs to be freeze for
I
tonight.
gotta ice.
I gotta ice up first.
He's gotta ice his nuts first.
And then that's the end of the day right there, basically. And then I mean, I've been struggling to wake up early.
Well,
I'm not
are you
a
going
good-
to bed late, or is it just
No,
Like, are
dude,
you
no.
an alarm person? Or are you one of those people where you set an alarm and
Yeah.
you have to hit snooze 10 times? Yeah,
Not hit snooze 10 times, but I'll just like
Nah, he didn't have a backup alarm. When it's off, it's off.
yeah,
That's
because
how he is.
because I used to have backup alarms. I used to set like 1,000,000 alarms,
Yeah.
and then I just realized I just kept waking up, turning it off, going back to bed, waking up, turning it off, going back
Yeah.
to bed.
My goal for New Year's is like my New Year's resolution. I gotta get my sleep schedule under control. Like my sleep hours are fine, like in the sense of my schedule. I mean, you guys could have asked me about my schedule, but it's fine. We won't.
Yeah,
the-
no, we don't care.
But for me, like I've been going to bed to like what I like to do is finish my stuff at like 2 a.m. and then to wind down, I'll watch shows in my room with my TV. But I realized by doing that, I just end up falling asleep later. So I gotta like cut it off at 1 and then do my stuff.
I mean, I feel like your day would be what? Wake up, go to the gym, and then a lot of the stuff would be behind the computer.
I have noticed
most of my
that
days.
it is so much easier to get shit done early in the morning than it is at night.
Yeah.
When you get stuff done early in the morning, you instantly get a coffee in you. You're no longer tired. Your phone is empty. No one's messaging you because no one else is up. Versus your opposite scenario is it's late at night. You got shit to do. You're tired because you know you're going to bed soon. And there's still people awake hitting your phone. It's all distractions.
See, I don't like my wind down period, like because of streaming and stuff. Like my wind down period is like I can't do it right after stream. Like I need more time than that because I'm talking to people. I got my phone's always going because whatever. Yeah. So to do stuff in the morning, I would love to, but when you're going to bed at 2, I can't wake up at 6.
Why is you're done streaming at 11? Why is your wind down?
I'm done streaming
hours?
at usually I'm finishing up videos.
Well, then do them in the morning.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to start doing next year.
Wow.
Like that's what I have to completely rewind my schedule.
Get up early. Streaming should be the last thing you do before your wind down time.
Yeah,
Your
exactly.
wind down time shouldn't be editing videos. Your wind down time should be
It
cleaning
really
the
comes down
kitchen
to
and watching a show.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that a bunch. We'll just put something on TV and we'll clean the place.
Yeah.
You know, we'll get football on. We'll do something. We'll vacuum.
That
you know.
The only thing is, I usually, if I have a good week to where I'm actually waking up early, I'll completely fuck it over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm like when we have a UFC, like after a UFC, usually we're up to like
UFC.
4.
UFC's brutal
But even if
because
we go out in Miami, like you're gonna sleep in the next day. There's no way you're getting up early.
yeah, exactly. Like it's just retarded.
It really just comes down to Mondays for me, at least. If I don't go to the gym early on Monday, I'm fucked for the week.
Yeah.
'Cause there's no way I'm fixing it.
Yeah,
That's why
I think
like
my
Sunday
morning
nights are
schedule's pretty solid.
Like I would love to go to bed early every Sunday, but your body's already screwed from Friday and Saturday that you're not gonna fall asleep. You're just gonna lay there and be.
Oh, the other thing I do after stream now is I do the cardio at night, which kind of sucks, but
do it in the morning.
I'm at the gym in the mornings. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want. I actually like doing the running or walking at night.
Well, then there's your wind down. Like
Yeah.
like bring your iPad over there.
I could do it
How
that
long
way.
do you walk for?
30 minutes.
Okay, that's a TV show.
Basically what I do, and the way I've been doing it, is I'll do... So I can't do the 40-minute... Another thing that Michael's insane for is Mike does that for 40 minutes straight, which is nuts. 40. I thought that was a lie.
You do 45.
Sometimes 48.
48. I came up with the weird numbers, but my back can't do it. Like I was actually able to do it the other day as long as I'm holding the front thing because my back just can't handle it. If I just hold that thing, I can pretty much go for a while. But what I'll do is
Wait, your hands on the
front or the sides
Whoa,
just for
whoa.
back support.
Exactly. I saw
That's
that
what
doing
you're
that
doing.
last time.
What the hell are you
It hurts
doing?
my back way too much.
He
if I
can't
do
talk.
it.
He does it too.
No, I don't.
Kenny's on like the front, like
Yeah,
It's-
okay.
well, I go by. It doesn't really make it. It maybe makes it easier, but my heart rate's still at 168. Like I'm always holding that heart rate thing, so I'm still doing fine. But I have to do 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off. Otherwise, my back is just.
All right, Democrat. You gotta go, then lower the speed
take my
or
gun
lower
right
the
next.
height. What height are you doing? 12?
I go right to 15
Why?
because that's what Michael forced me to do, and I like the 15.
That's like there's.
Don't follow me,
You
I'm
think
a
you think,
beast.
you think Mike started at 15?
I only know 15.
No, he didn't.
I used to. Nah.
See, there's no reason.
Yeah, I don't think I
You
started.
don't bench 225 starting at 225. You hit 135 first.
Dude, there
Who are
was
you? I started at 225.
there was a treadmill at Penn State that went up to 20, and I was doing that for a minute.
How's that possible? How's
Dude,
that?
I was like,
it's
I was like walking straight.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That one I couldn't do 4. I've never done 4 on that one.
But yeah, I can't do a 4-speed. 4-speed's insane.
I do 3 speed, sometimes 3.5.
I
and I
do-
do 12 height.
My first 10,
half hour.
my first 10 minutes is 3.0. My next one's 3.2, then 3.5. If I go to 4, it feels like a run.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
you're
like,
touching
what
the
am I doing?
bars. You can't touch.
Touching the bars is like
That straightens
not-
you out.
Touching
That's
the
what that
bars
does.
is like not touching your chest on benching.
That like picture that. Like when you're
That's a good
walking
point.
on an incline. That's you walking. So you see how my guy doesn't
You're right. If
my
I-
guy's so,
good
but
point.
But if you touch the bar, you're leaning back
Right.
a bit.
That's-
There's no incline.
Well, I still lean forward. Like, I still do this. I'm not, like, leaning back.
No,
I
you
just
touch
need
the
something to support my
You
back.
can't touch the bar.
that's like using the Smith machine basically.
Yeah.
When you put your hands on.
Yeah. So the only times I
Fine.
touch it is sometimes I put solitaire on my treadmill and I'll play solitaire while I do it. But when
How can you... Like, I'm shaking.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
don't
do
think
that.
I couldn't play a game while
Yeah.
fucking doing it. I mean, I can do it on 12.
I got brain power.
I can make food on
I
12.
don't think that's about it. Have you ever tried drinking water while walking?
Well,
You
the
end up
issue
punching
is
yourself in the teeth.
when you're at that elevation, the iPad, like, if I were to put my phone down and watch a Rust video, it's like pointed at my fucking groin. I can't even see it. You know what I mean? So the thing tilts, but the
other part doesn't.
other part goes with it, so it's pointing down now.
Well, at the Y, it points out well. Well, I guess you don't even work out at the Y. It's technically...
Yeah. Well, my gym has a TV there, so I might just sync to the TV and maybe
I'd
watch
do
my
that.
shows that way.
That's
Because
good,
usually
yeah.
no one's there at night. But it's gonna be super awkward if someone comes in and I'm watching like some podcast. They're just like, "What is this?"
I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I have to see these people every day because they live in my apartment complex.
Yeah, that is fair.
Yeah. We go at night, and there's usually maybe another person there.
Well, yeah, the
There's an old
day,
guy.
well, the day schedule we gave him wasn't us going at night.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember you guys saying.
I've been walking. I'll go at night, and I'll go in the morning. I guess you were gone for a month, so that's probably why. I really only
Maybe
did it for a month,
there
so-
have been some days where you just go run, but that
Yeah.
like by yourself. But that's because that's usually when I go to the gym and he says I want to play Rust instead.
I was doing, and I can show you my steps. I don't know if they transferred over with the new phone.
I can
But-
tell you oh, that's a good amount of steps.
I was doing crazy
They
steps.
say 10,000 a day is really good.
I don't know if I hit that.
Yeah, you want to see 20 right here? Little 20 clip? Let's see. Steps by month.
Is that connected to your phone?
Yeah.
I wonder how your phone knows that you're taking steps.
Goes
It's in
by
your
how it
pocket,
shakes.
like shakes around.
What is that? Steps app?
The health app.
I don't know how to go back and see past months by the day. But
I kind of want to look at this.
15,000. Whoa.
Apparently I did 15,000.
That's probably the day we went to the gym.
I did.
Holy shit. 19,000 right here. 19 clip. The fuck was I doing during that?
How are you scrolling? Mine's not letting me scroll.
Maybe you just don't have the data.
I wish
Oh,
I could
here
see
we
my
go.
record. Quick 17K. Dude, yeah, but
Your health app just.
I don't know how the fuck it'd know because my phone's not in my pocket when I'm running. Like, how does that make sense?
Yeah. It knows.
I'm actually curious what mine is.
What?
It knows. It like vibrates.
Yeah, but
I gotta like do it by day and then like
if I
scroll
put it
out.
on like the treadmill, what? It could tell from that I'm running?
I'm in June.
Oh, your boy has done a solid. How many have I done today? What's today? Today's. Oh, it hasn't done
26th.
Thursday. Today's the 20. I don't even want to tell you what mine is.
Like
It's not.
2,000?
Yeah, well, okay, so I'll have days where I'll do 20, but the next day, because my knee will be hurting, I'll have like 10 steps.
I only
It's
have,
fucked.
I have 1,273 today.
Run Club will fuck you up.
Yeah.
What's interesting, yesterday.
Oh, damn, I just saw that 10-step day. That's
Saw
wild.
Damn, I don't even like this app. It said you're taking fewer steps than you usually do. Today, 1,273, average is 3,200, which is not much better.
But also, I have days where I'm on my phone.
I feel like that app is bullshit. Because,
Oh, that's a good point, too, because I don't have my phone on me. For
yeah,
most of the
literally,
time.
like,
Yeah.
when I'm running on the treadmill, my phone's not on me.
Well, so maybe I am hitting, like,
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that.
Yeah.
Unless you had an Apple Watch, I wouldn't believe it.
yeah, good point. Good point.
Even with that.
So
I
what?
don't believe.
So then I guess to end this podcast, because we're already an hour in, what do we have any New Year's resolutions besides getting our sleep scheduled?
Good job.
Get a
Yeah,
job.
get
Yeah,
some
that's
work
good.
going.
I don't know, but I think if I go back to Miami, I'll be locked in. Because, well, not locked in, but, dude, ever since I came home, I've been having turkey sandwiches every day, sweets every night.
Dude, the Pepsi's get me here.
Well, yeah,
Pepsi's
even
add up.
I've tried
I'd even
cutting
been
those.
good with not drinking any soda.
I'm
Like,
gonna
I don't
have
drink
one
water.
after this.
Oh, yeah, I'm going straight for that pudding. Chocolate pudding.
Oh, we brought home chocolate pudding from yesterday?
Oh no,
No,
Dad!
Dad's.
Dad went to Restaurant Depot to get like the
Oh, shit,
nice
I didn't try that.
restaurant made pudding.
Yeah, but dude, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's also a reason why I want to go back to Miami because I've eaten like shit.
Yeah, I'm
the
the
past
same
Yeah,
way.
but the difference is we eat healthy in Miami, but we also like don't eat.
That's why I like it.
Yeah,
This
like I eat
balance.
healthy for 5 out of 7 days. When I'm at NC's, I end up splurging.
This is another big thing. I texted Kenny about it at Penn State last weekend that I found. We have a Subway near us. I found a deal that for 3 sandwiches for $18. A sandwich, one sandwich is like 11.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
That's literally a buy one get.
But you
one
can only
free.
get like meatball subs.
no, you
I
can't
mean,
get bacon
Just
on.
can't get bacon.
Which-
If you don't get bacon, yeah, it does. But dude, that's like
Maybe we just make our own bacon, and put it on.
exactly. Well, how much is bacon? Like,
It's pricey, but we can get some Publix deals.
bro,
now.
exactly. Like, and I got a gift card for
Yeah,
Christmas
I
to
got one
Subway.
too.
So literally, like, bro,
I was like a little too excited when I saw that gift card.
yeah.
I was like,
especially,
cool.
especially,
Mom.
especially knowing the deal too. Oh my god! Plus, I know I have a deal. I have a deal
That's
that
9 sandwiches right there for us combined.
I have a deal that's one sandwich for $6 straight up. If you don't want the 3.
I got a quick check one. I'm like, Mom, there's no quick check in North Carolina, so I can only use it when I'm home here.
Yeah, I was pretty.
Yeah, that's a L.
I mean, I guess you should just use it while you're here.
Dude,
Get it
like
done.
last year we got those Raising Cane's soup cards. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mike and I cashed in on those when he moved down. We sent Matney on a mission.
Dude, we
He came,
got
back,
so
bro, he
much.
came back with like $150 worth of Raising Cane's.
Yeah,
It was so much
it
food.
was like all over the table.
We couldn't even like fit it all on the table. That's how much food it was, and we just went to town. And it was like midnight.
I've yet to go there.
I think I'm like after that night. I don't think I've had canes because I'm like sick of
Yeah,
it, dude.
that was a tough night.
We were
I just had it
eating
with
a
Tim
lot.
last time I was up here, and I remember thinking about it as soon as I ate it. I was
Yeah.
like, Tim. you're
See,
not-
I made the mistake of going to Burger King.
Dude, I
recently-
love Burger King.
Terrible. Maybe it was just mine in New Bern, but it was
I mean,
disgusting.
I love Burger King. There's one near us that I could easily run it up on deals, but it's like the most ghetto ass place.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust it.
It's in the heart of Brickell too, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "How the
Actually-
that Burger King must be doing such numbers that
You
like,
remember Lost Sandwich? Remember the sandwich place you
Yeah,
went
Lost
to?
Sandwich,
The-
yeah.
Remember the Burger King that was right next to that, or at least that
Is
area?
that a Burger King? Oh, okay.
That area, but like the Burger King's in that area, so like I don't know if I'd run that shit up with
it's on
deals.
that block? Yeah,
Oh, really? It didn't feel like a sketchy block.
I wouldn't say it's sketchy block, but it's just like if there were a sketchy part, it would be there,
Gotcha. I see what you're
especially
saying.
late at night.
And then there's
Let me see.
there's a McDonald's, but it's kind of hard to run deals on that because it's a far walk.
Yeah, it's a hike away.
But
Gotcha. Well, hopefully you guys have a car down there soon. That would be nice.
Yeah, but it's like too close to drive, too far to walk.
yeah, that's
kinda
true.
deal. It's like in
Dude,
that weird
I
medium.
remember I went one time. I walked over there and I came back and I was drenched in sweat.
Yeah,
And I was
in the
annoyed.
summer.
Yeah, I was annoyed because I was wearing like a shirt that I like not supposed to sweat in.
Yeah.
Like a nice shirt.
That's why I try not to wear gray. Mom got me a gray shirt for Christmas, and I put it in my return pile because you can't wear gray in Miami.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
You're
guess
just
that
gonna
makes
sweat
sense.
right through it.
Even white probably sometimes comes out pretty
No,
good.
white's a little bit better. Whites and blacks are good. That's why everyone wears black and white in Miami. If you haven't noticed,
Well, yeah, no.
it's just to cover the sweat.
I mean, also another reason why I'm hyped is I bought some fire fits.
Oh
and
yeah,
I kinda
Mike got some
wanna-
clothes, but it's always good when Mike gets clothes because then I get to wear them.
Yeah, I guess you guys are kind of the same size.
Doesn't matter. I still take them. I
Yeah.
just don't take his pants. I have different pants.
Sure.
But I sleep in his hoodies when he's gone.
Sleep in his bed.
Like I said,
Take his
dude,
bed.
I've literally been wearing like the same 3 outfits for the past like 2 months because it's all I have right now.
Yeah.
Get used to it. It's like the first time I've been stuck up here for too long.
Yeah. Well, you've been here the longest. Even I.
Dude,
This is tough for me.
This time last year, I did exactly what he did, except I stayed till late January.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I probably could have fit more sweatpants and shirts and stuff, but I have shorts in there, and I don't know why the fuck I did
I don't
that.
know why I packed that.
Yeah.
That wasn't a smart move.
Oh, you bought shorts with you?
I bought
Oh.
one pair of shorts, and that was in case I did anything athletic.
I think I had like 2.
Yeah, that's the same way I did. I mean, now it's funny. The more you like adult you become, I guess, like it's easier to pack now. I don't know if you've noticed that, but even from I was only supposed to be here for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, but I still packed just in case.
Yeah.
So it's been
I don't feel that.
I packed a full suitcase for this, and I've worn this same outfit every day I've been home.
I haven't even noticed.
And now it's fucked because we're going back with this cat, so I have to
Yeah,
figure out.
that is something annoying about Christmas too. Is I gotta try and get all those clothes back.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
well
I
as
gotta
my
figure out
actual
how to
clothes.
pack, and I have to sacrifice my backpack because she's gone on my back. So I gotta figure out how to get my
Oh,
backpack
right,
yeah.
inside my suitcase plus all my shit. Like my laptop and stuff is gonna have to go in his.
Dude,
stuff.
even
Right.
I'm pushing it. I don't know.
Yeah,
about
but we'll put whatever you have in my
Oh, like
because
clothes?
anything with a battery has to
Dude,
go
but
as a carry-on.
the fucking cat's gonna be all.
Oh wait, no, it's all carry-on. I'm not checking any bags. So we'll be good. We'll be good.
Dude, the cat. I can't put my clothes with the cat. She could get hairs all over it.
Why
She
would
could
they
ruin-
be with the cat?
She gonna ruin my fits.
Why?
I thought you just said that.
No, the
Oh.
cat's on my backpack.
So
so
you just
everything
can,
in
you just
my
can give me
back.
the computer so we can get out the electronics easier.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have a backpack on. Like I can't
Right.
bring my.
And Missy goes underneath, so your backpack,
Dude,
if
just
you
leave the
take
cat
one, wants to
here.
go just up top anyway.
No, I can't bring one. That's
Oh.
the point.
Oh, right.
If I bring her, I can't bring a backpack,
Right.
and I have a backpack. So what do I do with that backpack?
Yeah.
That's the solution we're working.
I
on.
also don't agree with you on it's easy to pack. For me, I gotta plan out my fits.
Yeah, no,
I
I
gotta
don't
plan out. I
worry
gotta
about
plan out what I
that.
gotta wear. That's
I'll wear the
that's a
same pair of
stress.
pajama pants for 3 days in a row. I don't care. You know me.
Yeah. Well, you got no drip, and I gotta worry about my drip.
I gotta worry about the drink. I gotta get on the ice. I gotta get on the drip. All this stuff. But
Yeah.
I gotta get some more tattoos. That's my next thing when I get some money.
what? Just more tattoos?
Yeah.
I mean, I would like some.
When are we
more-
gonna start moving to the neck? When are we gonna start doing the neck?
I would
Never.
like. I would like to start
Nothing
get.
visible.
I would like to start to get more tattoos too, but I think I have a lot more to worry about before I start worrying about that.
Yeah. Yeah, we both definitely do.
I'm happy to start the new year. I don't know about you guys. I feel like 2025 is gonna be a good one. Usually every 5 is a good one. As I just jinxed it.
I don't know. It really makes no difference to me.
I would like to do something for New Year's.
We've never done anything for New Year's really. And maybe you guys have.
We
but-
have. And were you with me New Year's last year?
I don't think so. Definitely not. Actually.
I don't think I did anything last year. Oh, I was in
That's good.
Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was in Atlanta for the Penn State game.
Oh,
So I
okay.
didn't like do anything, but
Yeah.
I was there.
That's
Yeah,
a weird
I just,
place to go.
I just really want to be in Miami for it. I don't even care if I just don't even go out. I just want to get out of New Jersey.
Yeah, and we'll be back in time. We'll leave Monday or
You know,
Tuesday.
I was just talking to someone recently, like, we've been in Jersey our whole lives. Like, you don't realize how nice it is out of New Jersey.
Dude,
I think
You
the
kinda go,
opposite.
Julian, I mean, he changed his mind recently. I think he's moving to like Tallahassee, but he's
Oof.
been
Why the fuck there?
I don't know. I think he's has a job down there,
Oh.
but he was talking about staying in Jersey, and I was like, dude, why the fuck would you want to stay in Jersey?
Yeah, I think the opposite. I think leaving Jersey, you realize how shitty the rest of the U.S. is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like
I
how
don't
densely
know.
populated Jersey is. I hate driving through PA and there's nothing around you for miles, and then all of a sudden it's a farm, and then all of a sudden a town, and town's all rinky dink.
Oh, well, I see what you're saying. I guess,
I think Chris was more referring to the nicer parts.
yeah, like
you
what I-
find nicer parts.
yeah, like what we've had is a pretty easy setup our whole lives here in this house.
Mhm.
But when you start looking at like even like Pennsylvania sucks, New York kind of sucks. Basically everything up in this northeast areas sucks.
Yeah.
Once you start going down south
That's
a little
fair.
bit more, except for South Carolina.
I think
South
the weather
Carolina.
is a big jump for people.
Yeah.
Like Jersey sucks in the winter.
I-
This whole
can-
area
yeah.
stinks in the winter.
Can I tell you that I don't miss snow that much? Like I thought
Yeah.
I'd miss snow.
No,
I don't really
I
miss
definitely
snow.
don't.
I would
But-
only miss like a big amount of snow to where I could like snowboard or
Yeah.
something.
The Jersey Shore
you-
made it all worth it in my opinion. Like the Jersey Shore
Sure.
in the summer will beat anywhere else in the summer in the U.S. And if I like, the goal is to have a house down the shore in Jersey.
I've never
I will live there year round.
The shore has always been fun going down.
Let's get through the tattoos first. Once we can get to that
Yeah.
level, then we'll start looking at the houses.
The Jersey Shore is always fun for like a week in the summer, but I was never 21 down
Neither.
there, so I don't
Yeah.
like know what that's like.
So I mean, we went every weekend with Matt and Alan and
Yeah.
Biff and all them.
I
so it's
remember,
worth it for me.
I think I was in Miami for it, but Julian went down to like, I think it was Jenks.
Okay.
Dude, it looked insanely packed. Like
Yeah.
there was so many people. I think it was like a 4th of July or something like that. But I don't know.
It's really funny. There's a bar called Osprey in Jersey.
Yeah,
It's a huge poppin' bar. I had never heard of it.
Offspray?
Osprey,
Osprey.
Osprey, and I'd never heard of it. And then Lolly called me for 4th of July. She was like, "You at the Osprey? It was my favorite bar. I used to go all the time." I was like, "What the hell is that?"
That's
I
how you
look
know-
it up, and it's like one of the most poppin' bars.
That's how you know
Jersey.
Grandma
Yeah,
got
that's a pretty
litty.
famous
I was
bar.
like, "Damn, Grandma was getting after it."
Grandma was
back in
getting
the
litty back in the
day.
day.
Grandma was getting after it.
I didn't know Grandma was a bar person.
Yeah, I think she was quite the party animal. in the
Yeah, I
past.
mean, you've seen her house fucking Chardonnay, or is it Chardonnay?
she likes her
Yeah,
Chardonnay.
she likes
Yeah,
Chardonnay,
Chardonnay,
that's fair.
fucking 90 years old, like it's nothing, like it's water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she pounds that.
All right, gentlemen, we can end it there. Hopefully, we don't have to wait a whole nother year to do another one of these, but hopefully, we can get you on the Discord podcast.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get a camera. I keep saying I want to do it. I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially because we're gonna start doing more like fight companions and stuff next year.
What's
I'd like
that?
to.
We'll review
Like
the fights as they go on.
when we do the fights, live fight stuff. So when the UFCs are on and it's all of us hanging out.
You really want
Discord?
to mass break in public like that?
Yeah, I mean he's been pretty good about it. It's more
Uh,
so the people that don't know what's going on. Like Matt Sprague, yes, has Matt Sprague got me banned on TikTok twice this week? Yes, but
Yeah, I would get a camera, but my PC's like hanging over the sink, like I said.
So
Yeah, I need a new PC in general. It's about time.
your PC's fine.
Yeah.
If my PC's
Bro,
fine,
tattoos,
Yeah.
beach
I'm not
house.
getting
Come on,
more
relax.
than 80 frames on Rust, so I need a new PC.
Kay wants to build a whole PC based on Rust.
That's precisely
I'm glad
it.
to say I haven't touched, aside from playing NBA 2K16 on my friend's Xbox this weekend, I haven't touched video games in like 2 months.
Yeah, he's chomping at the bit to play the finals though. So
No, I don't want to play.
You've already given up on the finals.
No, I love the. If I had to play a game, it'd be the finals. But I like keeping up this streak right now.
Well, I want to get into Rust. Like I'm at the point where I'm like, it's time. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm not playing Rust.
Is it true that I can pay Geek Squad to like optimize my PC? Some kids in my Rust Discord were saying like they did that in the past. They like took their PC to Best Buy and Geek Squad. They just told them like, hey, this is the video game I play. Can you optimize my PC so I get the best performance?
You could do that just in your NVIDIA control
Bro,
center.
yeah, I've tried everything. I've had like 10 different people tell me what to do. Everyone says something different.
I have to see.
I
your
factory
computer.
restarted my computer and I lost all my shit and nothing
Priorities.
and nothing worked.
I guarantee you, if I were to like sit down and really look at your computer, I bet you I can get it up
I
there.
don't know.
I can get you past 80.
It's a CPU heavy game, and I have a great CPU, and my game sucks. So
Well, you're on Intel, so your CPU. If you're on Intel, you just throw in, well, you can't just throw an AMD processor in there, but yeah, if you care more about Rust itself, then AMD was probably the way to go. But you should have told me that 4 years ago when I built that thing.
Well, I can just get a new graphics card. I don't need new PC parts, right?
No, well, if you need an AMD processor, because you said CPU heavy,
Yeah.
you'd probably have to switch out processors.
Oh well, everyone said that my processor is more than good enough. Everyone I spoke with.
They say that Intel is more so for like getting stuff done, like work wise. AMD is more so for gaming. Like I use Intel because I'm streaming, recording, all that stuff. I would put an AMD processor in there, but not that you have to build a whole new computer, but like there's like a
New
special
parts would be
mounting.
needed. Yeah, understood.
You'd have to get a new motherboard. That's what sucks.
Oh well.
Yeah. So okay, either way, we'll end it there. We just did an hour and a half. This will be the last podcast of 2024. So hopefully, when we go into 2025, we can do they even clap in unison. Hopefully, in 2025, we can do a couple more of these, plus the fight companions and all that. So yeah, good job, brothers. We'll see you in the new year. Bye.